This is Devious Dave Rose, professional pariah and all around asshole. And you are tuned in to the greatest, defending, undisputed video game collector on the planet. Casey is Raw.
Well, guys, my name is Casey is Raw. Welcome to this live stream. This was unplanned. Some just came across a very expensive game. I did not think this was going to happen, but I'm going to say hi to Big Merc. What's up, Big Merc? Um, Honestly, we're going to have to show the biggest score. It's not a career. I guess it's my hobby. Uh, ever over 25, 6 years now, give or take. I kind of started like 98, give or take. So originally, one of the biggest scores I ever had was Panic Restaurants. Was right here. I couldn't locate one of my original pictures, but I took this one off Pat the NES Punk because I took those pictures and the deal was with this is that I picked up this game when I was at in Pennsylvania. There's a store called uh, Second and Charles, and when I came across it, it said $49.95 right there. So when I uh, I was looking around, I saw something. The story about this is that I looked in the case and I was wanting to look to get something in the case, and no one was around. And I looked over the counter, and let me take that off for a second. Uh, I looked over the calendar and there's a crate of NES games. And finally, someone came over and I was like, "Hey, can I look at that crate of the NES games?" There's bam, Casey fell for $5 for it. Um, but I was looking through, had a bunch of commons. The only other game that was kind of rare and kind of expensive was Lemmings for the NES. And then when I saw, let me bring up that pit. This this is when I went to go sell it for my arcade unit. Um, I when I saw this in there, I was like, "Oh my god, the label is so clean." I was like, "You know what? If it was fake, I was like, I'm gonna take a chance, open this thing up." See, before I didn't have a bit driver, so I had to take this to a pawn shop. That's why, if you look to the left of that cartridge, you see a clear Game Boy and the Game Boy cartridge, and then you can see several Game Boy like color Game Boys above that because I took this to a local pawn shop. They opened it up, and when I saw that board, I knew immediately. So, what's crazy? If you look on the just below $49.95, it actually says uh, NES 8 Panic Restaurant Repro on it. So when I saw I was driving. I was shocked. I was trying to reach my late wife. She was not answering the phone. Then I went to try to call my brother-in-law. He wouldn't answer the phone. So of course, no one's answering the phone. Even my mom was not even answering the phone. So I'm staring at this thing while driving, and then I spotted it said repro. So I'm gonna tell the obviously I'm telling the quick story. So I get home. I'm a little shocked about this. I'm looking at it. It's like the label is so clean, but like so mint. It's like not even a scratch on it. So is that a repro? That they tour capture. They labeled this as a repro, but what's funny enough when got the cartridge open and found out it was the real thing. So I had I think it was a Facebook group called Nintendo Age, and I showed pictures, and they were starting to convince me this was real. So when I took this to the pawn shop the next day to open it up, and I saw that board, I knew it was immediately real. So I had that for like maybe 4 or 5 years before I finally sold it. I'm pretty sure it says 2016. I sent this picture to Pat the NES Punk, and he did very, very well. Video. Highly suggest looking at this one, but you can even see right here. Oh, that's me with the game. I had it in its case, but I couldn't locate this picture no more, so I had to crop it out a little bit. I don't know, so my phone didn't have it. So, what's funny, both stories, yeah, so they claimed it as a repro, but yes, it was real. But well, here's the some people thought maybe because it said meant to say retro instead of repro. So I was like, yeah, that's possible. I mean, but like Pat the Indian Punk had a problem with them selling repros. So and I can understand, but I was only paid $49.95 at the time. Uh, Actually, you know what? Let me remove that off here. So yeah, we're going a long way around to the new biggest score for me ever. So let me present share screen. Let's go to pricecharting.com is where I go to look up games. Panic Restaurant. There it is. So you have to look. This is the PAL NES version. This is that's the European version. This is the American version. If you go over here, um, at the time, well, I picked it up about what 2016. So it was going between $300 and $500. I sold it probably at maybe 2018, 2019. It was right around here. It was worth just a hair under $500. Let me, yeah, pawn shop. Yeah, someone did fuck up. Pawn shop mistakes saying, well, this was not a pawn shop. This was a retail store. Well, retail is secondhand retail store. It's called Second and Charles. So because or what they do, they sell not only video games, they sell toys. They even sell like musical instrument, movies, all books. The store I went today is kind of like that, but uh, but smaller. So what was funny about the story? Actually, let me move me down so you can see it a little bit better. What was funny both stories is that both times I was thinking about maybe either not going, I'm probably going home. Then I decided to say screw it and just go. And I think when I went to go get Panic Restaurant, I think I decided I went like instead of going to probably never where else, but I went. I was working in a town called Nazareth, so I decided I went to Whitehall where you have uh, Second and Charles. Oh yeah, Box and Manual. Yeah, it's crazy much more. What's up, Costanza? So yeah, you could. So both times, and today I got out of work. I was thinking, look, I got paid, but and I already had a gameplay ready to go, and I was going to sit and watch the Deadpool and Wolverine movie, and maybe Beetlejuice. And then I was like, you know what? I got paid. I hadn't gone to the video game store in a while. So, and then I really remembered that I had a vintage stock coupon where you buy one, you get one free game, and that's at the price at 25 or cheaper. So with this is when I was in Pennsylvania. Like I said, you can see right now the cartridge was going for $800. Like I said, I'm pretty sure it was somewhere between here. Like I said, Parent Restaurant went for like I sold it for $400 and eventually got picked up by Arcade One Up machine that has been modded that has over 800 games. And then during the pandemic, it jumped to $1,000 just for the loose cartridge. So, um, yes. So I'm gonna. So moving on from that, I want to tell you a bit of that story, but it was kind of funny. But I also picked up. I have the security bit driver, so we can open this bitch up. But we gotta have suspense. Should have had it got it graded. No, because if you got it graded, then it's in the slab of case. And I eventually I played Panic Restaurant. It's a good game, but I was like, I'm gonna only play this like a couple times. While I have my arcade unit that has, like I said, it has over 800 games. I'm gonna play that more than just that one game. And like I said, this was the biggest score for me because I paid less than $50 for this thing. Well, this what today just like way past that today. But like I said, we're gonna start with the smaller pickups I had this couple weeks. So, where's your, what's up, Joe Johnson? We got your. Oh, wow! It's a good game though. Panda Restaurant is a good game. So, uh, like I said, I'm gonna show you guys now the smaller pickups. Then I'll show you the big reveal. So, I picked up Legend of Zelda Echo of Wisdom. I did a gameplay of that. I also picked up for the Nintendo Switch Oregon Trail. Or is it Oregon Trail? You gotta play that. I picked up several Game Gear games. This is Chuck Rock for Game Gear. I got Little Simpson. No. Uh, no. I would love to, but no. I played it though. I played it through other ways. Maybe played I maybe I played it through the Famicom thing I had. I don't remember, but I have played it. Little Samson's a great game. Um, I picked up WWF Raw for the Game Gear. Here's another one. This is X-Men for the Game Gear. You can hear Dukas. You know, you know what I need to do? I'm gonna be funny. Anytime Dukas does something like you hear him shake, I'm gonna show like a just picture of him. I want to do that on my video game plays, but a lot of times I forget about it. What are you doing? He's like, pay attention to me, Casey. So, today, this is what I picked up for today. This is for the Nintendo Wii U. This is the Fast and the Furious Showdown for the Wii U. I picked this up. I already had the game, but I'm gonna sell the game. But I wanted to pick up the case. Is Mutant League Football. So I'm think this is gonna be one of the games because it's mutant. You play with monsters. This will be for October, so I'm gonna be playing this. I have this game as well, but I didn't have the case. This is Sunset Riders, one of my favorite arcade games. I like I said, I'm gonna try to turn around and sell my loose copy. I saw that as a hell yeah for 45 bucks. Uh, like I said, I'm showing you guys the smaller stuff. So I didn't try to clickbait you to come in here, but because I'm going to show you the smaller stuff, obviously, and then I'll show you the big thing. Got the big thing to the side right here. Move that over there. We're getting close. I decided to pick this up because for Halloween and stuff, it's Castlevania for the N64. I heard this is horrible. Horrible. But hey, you know what? Let's give this a try this October. Getting close. Now I got a bunch of handheld games. Here's a cool one. This is Double Dragon for the Game Boy. I'm curious about that. Um, Mario Golf for the Game Boy Color. Miss Pac-Man for the Game Boy. The Smurfs for the Game Boy. And then we got for the Game Gear. I did not know this came for the Game Gear, but Bart versus the World for the Game Gear. I know they have the NES version, but I didn't know they had Game Gear version. So, like I said, Vintage Stock was doing. Now we're heading to the big reveal. So, I was at Vintage Stock, and I saw the couple Game Boy games that I wanted. No, I took Game Boy, and when I saw these two, I was like, "Oh, cool! They're uh the same price, and I can get one for free." And then this is the big reveal. I picked up GoldenEye for $50, and you're probably what's with that? Like, it's not rare. This variant is rare. If you look, this is not for resale. So what this is a kiosk like when, let's say Walmart, when they put this in the kiosk where you can play a sample, a demo version. Uh, this is what they would send like Walmart, Target, wherever. Um, Here's what's cool on the back. The sticker was kind of torn, but it says only for demo game use only, and then it says property of Nintendo. So let me bring up some pictures that I did. Like this is when I was leaving there. This is when I actually saw it, and I was like, "Oh shit!" Uh, I actually have a Conker's Bad Fur Day, but I got mine in a deal. Let's see what else. This is what. Oh no, that's. You know what? I'll go to the price charting for this one. So, this is when I picked it up, took a picture, and I sent both of this to the Rose and Brad. And then I showed them a bunch of pictures about why it's so special. So, let's go ahead, let's remove that and present share screen again. We'll go back to over here. We'll go here. If you go to Nintendo, go N64 section. It'll go through like you can uh you see like this one right here. You got Zelda Majora's Mask, not for resale. You see, it goes for $7,000. Uh, Yoshi's Story International version, and then you got Turok 2, Seeds of Evil, not for resale. Then Donkey Kong 64, not for resale, gray. And then you come down to here. This is it right here. This is the one right here. It shows not for resale right there. And then this is what the loose price is going right here for uh back in 2018 it was only going for 2015. I mean $215. Dropped a little bit in the pandemic, it went up to almost $400. 2021 it jumped to a grand. Went down, jumped to almost $1,300. Then it fell a little bit, and then it slowly went back up to what it is today, is at $1,013 right there. So let's actually, you know what? I can actually show you. But here's the thing: if you go eBay, let me go eBay real quick. Trying not to dox me, but I think I'm okay now. Right here, we go to this one right here. This is what eBay is going for right now. Someone has it listed for $2,500. Someone got graded. They wanted $3,000, $2,700. Someone has it right here for $769. So that's the cheapest right now. Then almost $2,500. Then you see these are what the normal ones look like. Another one for $800. So Uh, let's see. Options. No. Uh, hmm. Oh. So, uh, yeah, that's what's going on eBay for right now. Now, what I like to do for you guys is that I'm gonna use my bit driver, and we're gonna open this bitch up and see what it looks like inside. I'm thinking this will actually work. I believe so. I'm trying to fix this so it would be a little bit easier. So here it is. Yep, my bit driver is working on this. You gotta be careful. One of the things on here, once I put this back together, one of the things you gotta be careful is that what's funny recently, I got a rare game and I accidentally, when I was doing this, it broke the little part where the screw goes in. And I was like, well, fuck. I was like, alright, got the screws done. Oh, well, that's fine. This is what it has a shield right there, but it's covered up. That's I have screwdrivers set actually right here. I didn't realize I had that, but luckily I have these screwdrivers on hand. It has a shield on it. Thank God that thing's magnetic. Alright, now took the shield off. That's what the board looks like. Trying to get a good look. What's up, Darian? What is. Yeah, I'm hoping everyone's going to be okay. So, yep, you can. Good sign is when you see it says Nintendo on there. So, let's go ahead and put this biatch back together. You gotta be careful. This is a little more tricky to put back together than, oh gosh, than NES is a lot easier to put these boards back together. So maybe I shouldn't delete. Oh, there we go. PS5 price. Uh, I well, this thing is worth a grand. That's what price charting says. So this is now officially the best um, pickup I ever had. Like I paid $50 for this, and cart goes for $1,000. That's when the on eBay on Price Charting said one sale recently for the last past year was over $1,000. And there's only two on eBay asking for about 750, one close to $800. I'll bring up more things. This is not the first time I vintage stock fucked up and I got a good deal. Obviously, this is the biggest one right here. So I was going around looking at video games. I was like, all right. See, I already have GoldenEye in its box, so I wasn't really looking at this. And like I said, they were having you buy one and you get one free item pre-owned. So I was looking around and I noticed that GoldenEye. I was about to skip over it. Then I saw it says not for resale. I was like, okay. So I did an investigation right there. I went to pricecharting.com and it said $1,000. Say, okay. So what I could do is that if this thing was fake, obviously I'd take it back and get my $50 back, and even tell them, hey, this thing is not real. I was going to actually do the same thing with Panic Restaurant, but that thing was real too. But I got it back together. You know what? Could do is, you know what? I know I've been doing Halloween / horror games / monster games for the month of October. Maybe what I should do is play this and see if there's any difference between this and the normal one. But yeah, just like I said, I was just looking around, saw GoldenEye, I was like, okay. But when I saw it says not for resale, so I was like, I looked it up. I was like, okay, and then it said $1,000, and it's like $50. Let's see, how long has this been sitting here? This been sitting here for a couple weeks. You can see right there. What's up, Tyson kid? It's right there. Says September 27th of 2024. So what? Let's say 2 weeks. It's been sitting there. That no one realized that's right there. So I'm gonna have to steal from the Game Chasers with this and picking up Panic Restaurants for both $50, dude. I have the eyes of the Eagles, eyes on the hawk. I mean, but God, it's been like 8 years since when I picked up Panic Restaurant at St. Charles, and then today when I picked up GoldenEye for not for resale um, at Vintage Stock. So it was 8 years later. So also, I want to bring up, like I said, this is not the first time Vintage Stock slipped and I caught him. This is right here. I picked up a Contra Force for the NES. I think they thought this was they probably just looked up Contra and they're like, okay, this is Contra. I think Contra Force now goes for over $100. Let's see. Let's go to price charting again. Price charting is my holy Bible of looking up games. Contra. There it is. Contra Force right now goes for $137. So, I think I picked this up in the last year, about 2 years. So, I got a steal from that one as well. So, oh, damn it! I'm sorry. I'm a freaking idiot. I still have that up. What's up, Crystal? Bam says, eyes on cock, you pervert. So, if you look, like I said, right here, you got least price right here for $37 for Contra Force. So, I would say 2022 is probably when I picked it up. So, it was about right there, what it's worth. So, I got extremely lucky picking that up, but nothing comes to what I just did today with, let's see, N60. Go back to N64. It goes to GoldenEye, not for resale, where it goes for $1,013. And look, it says one sale per year. Actually, let's go down. Um, there's one that sold for 660 bucks. There's one sold for 1,500. One sold for $841, 1,000. And this is back in 2020, right here, just under 500 bucks. So it's been fluctuating, going back and forth right here. And this is what loose cartridge is going for. So, yeah, I am super shocked to pick up this guy right there for 50 bucks. I couldn't believe it. Like, I still get a little bit of heck from people who are like, "Oh, why did you sell Panic Restaurant?" Well, I said this earlier. It's because I played it a few times. It's a good game, but like, I wanted my arcade one-up machine that has over 800 games. So, did I miss it? Yes, I do miss it, but I got that arcade machine with 800 games modded on it, and I was happy at the time. And I'm still pretty happy, but I'm not thinking I'm gonna be holding on this for that long. I'm thinking what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna turn around and get something good at my local game store. Um, I know for sure I want Earthbound, but they have Earthbound in its box. So maybe I could work a deal out to get that, but um, I can't believe it. And one of the things was like, if you're gonna look, let me give you some pointers if you want to see if it was gonna be real or not. Well, one, you're gonna need a security bit driver. This one I bought real cheap. You can turn the bit uh around. This will you work on your NES, Super Nintendo, and N64. It might work on Game Boy, but I never tried it. But you definitely want one of these. Then you have to really look at the label. Label's not too looks right. If it looks glossy or maybe there's distortion or anything, um, then that's a red flag. Doubt they will let me take apart the game at a store. Well, it's funny actually about you saying that, Bam. let me keep that up so I can tell you about the story. So there was one point I needed some money, so I pawned off my Panic restaurants. So I guess I could have just said they probably didn't know maybe what a real game and what a fake game looks like. So me being a nice guy, I was like, I can open it up and I'll show you this is the real deal. And I did, and I got the money for it. Oh, TSS, what's up, bro? This is GoldenEye for not for resale. TSS. This goes for, I paid $50. This goes for $1,000 if you go look on pricecharting.com. TSS. Let me bring this back up. Uh, there, see, goes for $1,000 right there. And here, what's cool on the back, like I said, there's the sticker, and it says for. It's torn. It says for, and I seen it says for demo game only. And if you look, it says property of Nintendo. So one of the bigger things you need to look if a reproduction, you have to see if that branding right there, if that looks right, if that back label looks right, and there'll be some like number imprint, like there's number imprint right there says 22. You can't really see it. I'll get it close. You can kind of see it right there. That's a great sign. Yeah, even TSS says, yeah, man, those not for resale cartridge go for a lot of money. And I picked it up for $50. This is, oh, you can see Dukas. There's Dukas. That's how that is kind of cute. So, I found out what. This is what I have to deal with, people. He does not like me to do this without paying attention to him and even playing some video games. He's he needs me to pay attention every once in a while, so give me a second. You okay? Alright. Now bug off. I'm not like Mr. Bass where Mr. Bass threw his dog, I think. But I'm not gonna do that to him, obviously. But so go back. So these are, like I said, these are for the demo kiosks for like Walmart and stuff like that. So I cannot wait to try this out. Like I said, I'll probably try this out and see if there's any difference. But I know I'm repeating myself a little bit. But I saw someone like TSS come in and ask. So that's pretty much it. I have an idea. I was thinking to quote at Pat, the NES Punk says, I scored again. You know what? I'll do it in a little bit. But I appreciate everyone coming by. Uh, um, let me show you something. Oh, actually, before we take off, I know I'm kind of scatterbrained because right now I'm kind of like shocked seeing this. Like, especially this very expensive game, and it's like outrageous. Let's put in N64 demo game cartridge. Go to image. Oh, sorry. Let me bring up. Sure. No, bring. Why isn't it? There we go. Uh-oh. There goes Dukas. You can see, like, there's one for his Jet Force Gemini. There's one for Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, Banjo Kazooie. There's several versions. And then you have something like that right there. Then you have this board that looks pretty close to my board. I wanted to show that sticker. Spaceballs, the video game. Oh, God, I wish that was a real deal. Oh, let's put not for resale cart. There it is. Bam. This is what I'm talking about right there. That's where it says not for resale, demo game only, property of Nintendo. So, isn't that badass, dude? Like, when I saw property of Nintendo, I was like, what? Like, that's why I want to bring that up right there. So, I'm sorry, like I said, I'm kind of scatterbrained right now. So, I do appreciate everyone coming by. Let me bring up what I will be putting out in a little bit. This is what originally was supposed to come out yesterday. It was I got done late, so then today it was supposed to come out at 6. I was video game hunting. I found this. It changed. Planes changed. I'm telling Nintendo. But this, and then when I saw that cart, I was like, oh my god! It's like I I had to postpone this again, so I'll probably put this out in a little bit, maybe latest tomorrow. But I'm gonna probably go ahead and put this out. So I do appreciate everyone coming by, and I'm I'm sorry. Like I said, I'm scatterbrained. I'm kind of tripping over my words right now because that and I have a speech impediment. So give me a little break. So I do appreciate everyone coming by, and I'll see you guys next time. And you guys have a good day. See ya. Bye.